This is a beautiful. You do well. You've always done well with restaurants, opening restaurants. Now you'll never keep them, but you do well.
No, I don't. I will have them for at least 5 years.
And, yeah, that is true.
And then
you get your money out.
Then I get bored.
On to the next.
Yeah.
On to the
He
next.
get bored, child, or somebody come out of the woodworks or some type of lawsuit or something.
Yeah.
Well, bitch, how did y'all keep this quiet for 5 years?
Yeah, exactly. For 5 years.
Peter, what you be doing to these people and
Nothing.
these business ventures?
Absolutely nothing.
Honey, I wouldn't open an envelope with you.
First of all, oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. And I'm gonna say this to you. I've never done a restaurant with a partner. It's all my money.
No, I'm going to give you your flowers.
Yeah.
We're rolling, right? I'm going to give you your flowers. You have always done a great restaurant. The food is always top tier, and the service is always good. There was only one time when I went to Miami. We went to the one in Miami, and they was out of stuff. But
you probably went on a Wednesday night.
It was on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was during the week.
You got to be doing the weekdays. Yeah.
It was during the week.
Yeah.
And I think that was a part of, that was during COVID, wasn't it? I think it was. I know it was. So I gave you a pass for that.
Okay.
Because everything was,
well, you know what?
Everywhere
in Miami, we sell a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Okay, and I usually only buy the rhythm of what I know I'm going to sell.
I did have was great though. So.
And when I sell out, I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, because I get up in the morning and I go down to the Miami River around 6:30, 7 o'clock to Casablanca. Yeah. And the fishermen just come in and I get those big fish. Okay? All right? So we never had a complaint, ever.
No, I didn't. No,
Never.
the food was great.
Yeah.
The food was great.
That's why I met out. I was telling somebody
I
earlier.
had my mouth set. I forgot what it was. We had our mouth set on. They was like, oh, we don't have it today. I was like, I know you lying. I could have went to, what the shit down there everybody go to, Prime or something?
Yeah.
I said, but I came to Bar One, and it was what they said on that show, Bar None.
Bar None. Oh my God, you got jokes today.
No, I didn't say that. That's what the people had said that time.
Yeah, where?
I'm just messing with you.
Bar None here, and
on that,
the only time they ever
on
said.
that show you was on.
Yeah, the show that you were on also. You did several seasons on Housewife, didn't you?
I did.
You did.
I was there during the pilot.
Doing the pilot,
yes.
And you went probably around 5 seasons in with Sheree,
I think
right?
5 or 6.
Yeah, with Sheree.
I started with Sheree, and then I had a few friends that joined, Marlo, and then Kenya.
Okay, good. I love both of them.
Did you start on there doing hair, or you just started on the show as?
I came on. I didn't know what that show. None of us knew what it was.
Okay.
Sheree was like, "Come on here, we doing XYZ," and they said I had to have people around me, which be characters or whatever. And she was like, "I figured you could just do my hair or whatever." Okay, so I was already her hairstylist, so I would just go in there and do her hair. Nobody knew that show will become the gold standard of reality TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It still is, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't watch it?
I've watched, I didn't get a chance to, I haven't watched much of this season. I saw some of last season and the season prior, but I don't watch as much as, I don't watch TV a lot, period.
But that was like a springboard for the fashion thing that you did with Derek.
It was, yeah.
Bev.
That's what led to it. So Derek J and I did a special called Real Hairstylists Tell All. And it was nothing more than a recap show. We just recapped a lot of the iconic moments that led up to that, where we were when we taped. And the response to it was insane. Like the numbers were crazy. And I remember I got a phone call from Andy Cohen, and he said that because of that, that they were wanting to explore some new stuff with me. And he said, I'm thinking fashion, something with fashion and beauty. And the original title of Fashion Queens was going to be Black Beauty. And he said, do you know Bevy Smith? And I was like, yeah, I know. I had met her once. I had done a project for BET when they used to have Rip the Runway. And I had met her on red carpet there because I did backstage commentary. She did red carpet commentary. And I said, yeah, I know her. I said, I know she's like the Dum Dada, fashion mother, Mother New York.
Page 6.
Well, this is before Page 6.
Ooh.
This is way before Page 6, honey. She's been a legendary, iconic mother in New York for decades.
Those legendary shoes you have.
Yes, she did. She bought me these Simone Rochas. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yes.
We do that kind of stuff, as friends. But anyway, so we did that. He said, I want to add Derek J. And boom, the rest is history. We had Fashion Queens, 3 successful seasons. We left out on top. And yeah.
You did leave out on top.
Yeah.
I was happy for, I knew Bevy from 35 years ago, Nels. We used to hang out at Nels.
Yeah.
So when I saw her on the show with you and Derek, I was happy about that. Your ratings was always higher than Andy, by the way. And you came after him.
We came after him.
Yeah, and I watch your ratings every week, so I know you was beating it.
Yeah, so the big question has always been, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Why did it get canceled?
Yeah.
Nobody can answer.
That's because you were beating Andy's ass. That's why. You came after Andy, you was whooping his ass. Are you still, I know all of this arrived from you being a hairstylist. You don't do that anymore?
No, I retired about 8.5, maybe 9 years ago from the salon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just straight acting now. Always gonna do my, my social advocate work. And I am doing some stuff in real estate now, but that's it. But primarily it's
What you doing in real estate?
Development.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, so you building shit?
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck, can I get a job?
I'll sell it for you. I'm a realtor.
Listen, I'm still new at it, and I'm still getting my feet wet, but so far so good.
What side of town is it?
All over.
Okay.
But I'm doing a project right now in the Lakewood area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's good.
I live in the Lakewood area.
Yeah, it's on the rise.
That shit is on the rise.
It's
I
on
keep
the
on
rise.
telling everybody, go to Lakewood and buy.
Yeah.
I don't even think once we're done, I don't even think I'm gonna sell anymore. I was gonna sell it once we found. I think I'm gonna keep it in. I'm gonna do some
in your
creative
inventory.
Yeah, do some.
Yeah,
creative
because
stuff
Lakewood, you got amphitheater. You have a couple of movie
Screen
studios.
Gyms. I think it's called Screen Gyms. It's over there. Yeah.
And you have that huge ass park.
Yes.
The park is huge.
Yep.
Okay, and people are building on the park now, which is dope.
Yep.
And then you have a golf course not too far from there.
Yeah.
So Lakewood and it's 7-8 minutes from the airport.
Yep.
I'm going to the airport. I'm there in
7-8 minutes from the airport. Literally, I don't know, 8 minutes from downtown.
Yeah.
With traffic, I'll give it 12 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes from Tyler Perry's studio. It sits
It's a perfect area.
which is Sony. Sits right beside the amphitheater.
Yep.
So Lakewood is the shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
They don't. It's a best kept secret. I'll say this, and not to drag out this real estate thing too long, but the neighbors over there, the residents over there, a lot of them are older, and they are very concerned. I think they're afraid of their neighborhood being taken over, because I've already had some issues, and I'm like, ain't nobody trying to take y'all neighborhood. Just trying to make it better, that's all.
No, they're going to take that neighborhood.
No, if they can't take it, if they own it, they can't take it.
Yeah, but they dying.
They're what?
They dying.
Well, listen, if hopefully they have their family legacy or whatever set up that it gets past,
Because normally when you give it to the family ends up selling
But usually
it.
the people that own those houses over there, and I'm going to get off it, but the people that they birth ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They let the whole neighborhood go to shit. You know what I'm saying? And now people are looking at it. All you need is a Publix or a Whole Foods to come over there. There's no bank. There's no bank over there. There's no teller machine over there.
It's not
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's coming. Yeah. It's coming. It's all
definitely.
coming.
Tell us about
You
your
hear
social
that?
advocacy.
You gotta go.
Yes, it's coming.
My social advocacy?
Yes.
So a passion project of mine is called Plated Purpose. And I started it to bridge the gap in efforts to bridge the gap between the Black LGBTQ community and the Black straight community. And I orchestrate dinners throughout the year, and I bring members from both sides to the table. And we just commune together, we converse together, we love on one another. And it's ultimately, I like to call it a reintroduction to each other, because there's so much misinformation that we don't know about each other, and misinformation that we've been taught that if you read and if you do a lot of discovering, you will learn we were taught wrong. And so because I've done the due diligence of trying to figure all that out myself, because it bothered me why we can't have a closer kinship to one another, I learned the origin of where our discontents come from.
Where is that?
Through false teachings. Yeah.
Now, the first time, I want to talk about the first time we met. I opened this place called Uptown.
That was the name of it, Uptown.
Yeah, I opened Uptown. I think the year before Obama ran for office in 2008.
It was a long year, 08.
2008. All right, and I met Lawrence, I think on a Sunday night, and we never met before. He came in there a couple of times when I saw him. And a Sunday night, I had a bunch of Brooklyn Jamaican cats up in there, all right? And Beyonce's song, I think Single Lady, or one of them songs just came out. And when you heard that song, you got up and you start shaking your ass.
Oh, he can dance.
Okay? He was shaking his ass and he was doing the dance better than the fucking video. And you just shaking your ass and you making your ass do all type of shit. I felt I was at Magic City, the way you shaking your ass. All right? And then I looked at my friend and all of them was like, where the bomba clad boy come from? You know what I'm saying? Straight Brooklyn Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, I didn't hear them say that.
No, you probably didn't even understand that dialect at that time. Okay? But when they said that, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know these cats, you know, they're primitive and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Because
like,
you knew them, but you didn't know me.
I didn't know you.
Yeah.
All right, I know you was having fun. Okay, all right, but I knew them. And they, like, them, some of them are really, really dangerous dudes.
So am I.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know you.
Right.
Like I said,
That's why I said
you.
You knew them, but you didn't know me.
I didn't know you, but
Right.
because I know them and how they were brought up the whole 9 yards, I'm like, I forgot who I tell. You know, I think Cecil Jester.
No, I was with Maisha. I was with one of my best friends, Maisha.
Bartender, right?
No, she owns a bar. She owns a bar.
She owns a bar.
You know Maisha Beckham?
Yeah.
I was with Maisha and her other best friend at the time, Lord bless his soul, Jamal Buster was with us.
Oh, Jamal.
And when you were doing all of that, I went over there like...
You went and told Maisha, you didn't tell us.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I knew her.
Right.
So I said, listen, you can't do that. Them niggas are crazy. Okay? All right? And she said, oh my God. I think she knows some of them too. She knew some of them guys.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he gotta go. You gotta take him out of here. It's like one of him, and there's like 15 of them over there in the VIP
And see,
area.
Maisha didn't tell me until after we left. She was like, let's go. Let's just go. We gotta go. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So we left, and then she later tells us, and I'm like, girl, are you serious? Because I don't care if it was 15 of them. One phone call, it would have been 100 of me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Real easy.
Yeah. A bunch of crazy Jamaicans. Bunch of you understand the dialect now.
Understand?
Okay? Yeah, but back then, in 2008, they didn't really leave Stone Mountain that much to come downtown. You know what I'm saying? And all them Jamaicans would start coming to Atlanta at that time.
Yeah.
So
which
all
is crazy to me, right? Because it's like you migrated to a city that is an even blend of people.
Yeah.
There's a huge population, even back then, even more now, of Black LGBTQ people, right? You are also in the birthplace of the Civil Rights Movement, which was started by, as we all know, Dr. King, as well as a Black man of the LGBTQ experience named Bayard Rustin. So that's why we get to have the liberty that we have to do the things, to shake my ass in a restaurant if I want to, or in the middle of the street. That is why you get to come to Atlanta and the United States as a Black Jamaican and become successful. So don't come in any of our establishments and think that you're going to alienate anybody from said experiences.
Well, in Flatbush...
That's my take now.
In Flatbush, Brooklyn, okay?
Okay.
All right? That's not how it works.
Well,
Okay?
take your restaurant to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Take your restaurant to Brooklyn.
That's not. And when all them Jamaicans come down here and they see you, single lady come on.
Let me tell you, Jamaicans, something. Okay? As a bumbleclot or whatever you want to call it, if you ain't coming down here to serve me some fierce oxtails or some rice and peas, honey, or to just show brotherly love or sisterly love, keep that negative energy.
Okay. I'm gonna
keep it in Montego Bay.
I'm gonna somewhat apologize because I wasn't raised that way. Okay. Yeah. So me saying that when you hear a blood clot bottom, man, what am I doing now? Boy, I dance like a Beyonce. And you start like that. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I gotta make sure I keep all my people safe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's when I went to my Asian and said, yo, please do me a favor. I ain't trying to fuck with these dudes right now. You know what I'm saying? So that was first. And then we see each other on Housewife set. We see each other for years. And you always kind of give me a shade. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? It's not until we was at Yanni shop.
Yep, we was at Yanni shop.
All right. Yeah. That you told me.
I told you why. Because I had it in my mind. I had it because, see, here's why, again, why I created Plated Purpose. For us to talk, right? Mm-hmm. Because I had it in my mind for all those years. You said 2008. We're in 2025. Mm-hmm. I had it in my mind, what was that? Last year we was at Yanni's shop. Mm-hmm. So all those years, Peter's homophobic. Mm-hmm. I never knew the reason.
I think Derek J told y'all was.
I don't recall that.
No?
I don't recall that.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said to me.
I never told you Derek J told me nothing. No. Now that's a lie.
No?
No,
I never said Derek J. Who you said?
I would have never told you Derek J told me that.
You said somebody said that I wasn't. Someone that I knew.
That was my own opinion that I formulated based on our...
Said that I wasn't.
That you wasn't?
Yeah, exactly.
That's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. Because Derek has always been 10 times more friendly than me. Mm-hmm. So that is very possible. So Derek, I'm sure Derek would have had a warmer interaction with you than I would have. So it's possible he could have told me that you weren't. I know now.
Listen, when I was 16, 17 years old, I used to go to Paradise Garage on a Friday night to dance all night long.
And then you would be cordial and talk to me and stuff. Well, try to when we were on Housewives and we would be in group, in group scenes or whatever. Yeah. And I always thought, well, this shit is performative because he don't like gay people. He's just doing this shit for the cameras. That's what I would think in my head, Nah,
I grew up in I hang out in the village.
Yeah, I know that now.
Most of my friends was gay growing up. Okay.
Yeah, I know that now.
Yeah, and very respectful.
Yeah.
Because when I go to Paradise Garage and I put down that baby powder on the floor and I'm dancing my capiches all night long, everybody's cool with me. Everyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm glad that we straightened that out. Because I heard you sing a couple of times. I said, damn, I need to sign him. He's dope. And a matter of fact, I still have that clip that I took of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can sing your ass off. You definitely.
The people went off on social media. They went off. He posted that and said, y'all, should I sign? And they said, no, I said, y'all, should I work with Peter? Should I let Peter do it? Them people went crazy. They said, hell no. Everybody in the deal, hell no, run. But, because I know Peter and I know the inside, I'm like...
That shit went viral.
It did.
It did. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and I read the same shit you read. I think he's putting a lot of it.
Did it turn into a meme?
Because a lot of people love it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? And you didn't even know it, but I actually work at Def Jam as a consultant for over probably 10 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. A couple of labels, and you didn't even know it either that I created the largest hip-hop conference ever. How can I be down?
You know who told me that? I think Bebby told me that.
Yeah, that's I
also have heard people credit you for Miami's nightlife with black people being so successful. A lot of people have credited you
Well,
for that.
I did open the first black club on Miami Beach in 1988.
Yeah.
You know, and the
I
first
heard that.
upscale black-owned restaurant, Savannah, in 1996.
Wow.
Okay, and How Can I Be Down was bringing down 100,000 people every year.
That was
to
what
Miami
I heard
Beach.
of. Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
So we like they did, they're talking about putting a street on, my name on the street until I got in trouble.
You going too damn far. Ain't nobody about the name on the street after you.
Hey, look,
See how black people do.
I can show you.
Now they want a name.
I can show you where it is.
Now they are endorsing him to become governor of Miami.
In front of the prison.
Yeah, there was one before. She got a lot of jokes.
In front of the prison.
A lot of jokes. Okay. But that, they can't take that away from me, though.
No.
That Miami, South Beach, not Miami, because I can't say Miami, because
Beach, yeah.
Miami is Luther Campbell all day long.
Yeah.
Okay. But
My friend is Miami.
Yeah, you from Miami? All right, so you're
Verified,
305?
Okay.
305? There you go.
Really?
Oh, y'all know each other?
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
So in Miami, me and Luke was competing against when I had Club Manhattan and he had Strawberries. That's back in 1987, 88, 89, 90, 90. 88, I opened Fifth Street on South Beach, and then Luke came 6 months later and opened Luke's across the street from me. So we were like, that's when we became friends. Because the city was coming at both of us because they didn't want that to be the gateway to Miami Beach, two successful black club on the same corner. Okay, and then him and I became friends after that. But I always respect Luke, But yeah, I did something.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
I've heard. No, in the best way. Listen, the people, they know what it is.
What's your preference?
What is my preference? I like men. I sleep with men and men only.
Men only. No, never a woman.
Don't listen. That's what you're not going to sit up here and do is play with me.
I'm asking you a question.
You know damn well.
That was a question.
Goddamn woman. Don't play with me.
That's a question.
You know that shit. I just told you we're not.
We're not going to
spend a lot of time on that.
You never, ever in
you
your life.
You want to sleep with me?
No.
Okay, so then I already told you I sleep with men, so leave it
He
alone.
would sleep with you, not me, is what he's saying.
Right.
No, but I want to know at what time, because actually, I love who you are. Let's be clear, okay? But at what time you're never, even in junior high school, was interested in a woman, a girl?
I came out the womb reaching for the meat.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? I think I asked Andy Cohen that once.
The realness.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did ask Andy Cohen, and Andy's answer was not as graphic as yours, but it was the same.
Okay.
Okay, he said he have never, ever slept with a woman.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was born this way. There's a song by Carl Bean called I Was Born This Way.
I know that
He
song.
says, I'm happy and I'm gay. Baby, I was born this way.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, a lot of people.
Let me hear you sing it.
No, a lot of people.
Can I hear you sing it? Because I love your voice.
I am not in the best
I love
voice.
your voice.
I'm not in a good voice
Just
today.
give me a little.
I went
Just
out,
give me a little
I
bit.
was out
Give me a little bit.
yesterday
Just
and
give me a
all of
little
that.
bit.
No, sir.
Give me some honey.
Come on.
No, I don't need all of that. Another time. A lot of people think, oh, you ain't born that way. Ain't no way you could be born that way. But then, you know what's so crazy? A lot of people will say that, but then you'll see a child who might got a little limp wrist.
I've seen that all my life.
Yeah.
That's why I know you were born
child
that
and
way.
the child got a little sugar, got a little...
Yeah.
But then when they become... Now, you've already placed that on that child. You've already labeled that baby.
So you're labeling them as being born that way.
You've already labeled them at 3 and 4 years old. Oh, that child got a little sugar in the tank. Oh, that child got a little switch when he walked. But then when they become of age and they can then acknowledge who they really are, and they just so happen to be gay or whatever, now you look at them like they crazy. Well, you the one said this shit when I was a child.
Yo, can I tell you something?
You said this shit a long time ago.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm not one of those who would be that person. But I've been around, I'm an older guy, and I've seen it all my life. I've seen 3-4 years old that I said, oh, that's a sweet motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying? And he grew up to be completely gay. So I know I wasn't wrong.
Right.
So when I hear people say that you were, like you just said, you were born that way, I completely 1000% understand. Because at 3-4 years old, when you're a certain way, I know for a fact that you don't even understand what it is, and you're already that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I agree with you. Okay. And I love it that you say that you came out of the womb that way. Okay.
You know what I think it is with a lot of parents or parental figures in children's lives. Even if you notice that your child has feminine tendencies or masculine tendencies, if they are a girl, I think what happens is you start to be in denial. Now, you've already got a glimpse into what it probably is and what it's going to be. But then you get into denial. And then when the child is in the womb, you already have set these dreams for what your child is going to be. You have laid out what you think this child's journey is going to be. And I think a lot of people forget that we don't dictate or control nobody's journey but our own, and it's yourself and God. You are put into position to nurture that child, teach them the way spiritually, how to go to God, how to pray, all that kind of stuff, how to be a stand-up citizen. But what they choose to do with their life regarding gender, regarding sexuality, that is out of your control.
Well, I'll tell you something. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. But I'll tell you something. This presidency is so anti that.
Yeah.
Completely anti that. Okay? He's trying to undo everything that was done.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which
across
is crazy.
The board. Yeah.
Because it's like, and what they hide behind is the religious beliefs, right? They hide behind religion. But how can you be a government that wants to use religion to uphold your idiotic ideas around people and their gender expression or whatever the case may be, but you're also the same people that support execution?
Right.
One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill. So which one is it going to be? Well, neither one of the commandments say anything about homosexuality. Look it up. Neither one of them.
None of them.
But it says everything about committing adultery.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. I ain't seen yet that a man can't become a bitch.
You know I have you on my phone as Lawrence Bitch, right?
You told me that. You told me that. Was it because I was such a bitch to you?
Yes, you were. Okay. All right, and I put you in my phone, Lawrence Bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I hyphenate the bitch. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah. I'm just fucking with you.
He did.
He asked me and I told him. I said, yeah, in my phone is because I thought I lost his number and I called Sheree and asked for his number. And I'm like,
oh, you thought it was a Lawrence that was a bitch, like somebody you had tried to holler at before? You should have sent me a text message. You should have sent me a text message like, hey, what up? Or whatever you say.
Never gonna happen.
You should have sent me a picture.
You know what? You know I'm Jamaican, right? 100% Jamaican. And I just read something I saw the other day that because the slaves that was dropped off in Jamaica was the more rebellious slave when they were trying to capture them or when they were shipping them on these guys would rather jump off and drown than be in shackles, right? So they would bring them to the island to contain them, right? And as soon as they get off in shackles, they're gonna try to kill the masters or whatever those white people were calling themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they used to do to the slaves in Jamaica, these Europeans, the more masculine and the more macho you are, they used to rape them in front of all the other slaves. White men used to have sex with them in front of just to break their, what they call that again? Bucks. What they call them?
She said bucks.
No, they call it something else. But they used to do that in Jamaica. So, you know, and the Africans and the Italian Indians got together, the Arawak Indians got together in Jamaica.
They did that.
Okay,
They did that.
rid
They did that
all
to
of
the
them.
slaves here too.
Yeah. Well, they did it more there.
No,
because,
I believe that.
yeah,
I believe that. Yeah.
So it carries down from 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, and in Jamaica, to me, I'm gonna tell you a real thing that I saw happen, and I think I was around 7 years old, where a whole mob of people was coming down the lane that I lived in a little village called Augustown. And they had a man with, you know, back then trucks had inner tubes. Okay, they had one of those truck inner tube tied around them, and they was just pulling it on both sides. I'm talking about around 100 people. All right, and they taking turns hitting them, okay, and stones and everything. And I'm like, I'd never seen anything like that in my life. I was 7 years old. Okay, and they take him to the quarry and throw him off the quarry. And the quarry, I promise you, was at least 200 feet dropped.
Wow.
Okay, all right. And I asked my grandmother, what did he do? All right, and she wouldn't tell me. But I hear all the people talking that a neighbor was looking through a louver, okay, into someone else's, because they suspect something, and they saw him having sex with another man.
So they killed him.
All right, no arrest, no nothing. Jamaica was like that when I grew up in the '60s. Okay, so I was happy to go. You know, I was happy to leave Jamaica when I did, and I left when I was 13 years old because I see all kind of crazy shit. But that's got to be one of the craziest shit I ever seen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And when I came here and I see how it was in Brooklyn, New York back then, and in Crown Heights back then, and everybody was just free. It was like enlightening.
You know, we have a lot of freedom to just be. But it's the things that people don't talk about and that you don't see. It's the microaggressions. It's, you know, it is, you know, people who have a certain privilege willing to stand in the gap to reach places and people and opportunities that we can't reach because we are gay or because we are trans. And because of that, we have a lot of limitations on the things that we are able to do. Now, that has subsided tremendously now that we're in 2025, but we still have a ways to go. So, you know, it has caused so many people to refuse to live in their truth because they don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to miss out on opportunities. They're afraid they won't get that promotion. You know, they're afraid that if they go to the bank to get that business loan, they'll be denied. You know, and because of that, you know, a lot of people's souls die because they can't live in a way that they can't live the life that they want to. And the people that purposely don't help their brothers and sisters or run away from them, I call them, while they may not be physical murderers, I call them soul murderers.
They're accomplices.
Yeah.
They are. I grew up in Brooklyn.
Buck breaking.
That's what I was saying.
Butt breaking?
Buck, not butt. Buck, B-U-C-K.
But it could.
Buck braiding.
Well, if they was raping them, that could be butt breaking.
It could be butt breaking too. Okay, I grew up in a building in Brooklyn, in Flatbush, where the downstairs neighbor, you know, when you grew up not in a single family house like most of us in Brooklyn, we grew up in apartment buildings that have probably 200 families. You know, And the downstairs neighbor they were Jamaican. And, you know, I was 22, 23 at the time. And I know that the younger son was gay, but he couldn't let his parents know. His mother had to know.
They always know.
Yeah, but he hid it from his dad. And one day, I heard all kind of noise in the hallway, in the lobby. And when I went out there, as his father, I think found some pictures, okay? And oh my God, it was crazy how he went off in his kid. He threw everything that this young man had out in the street, in the courtyard. Tell him don't ever come back. And I'm like, damn, this had to be 1983, 80, 84. And I'm like, and he's in America, and he could do that. So when I came to Atlanta, and there's nothing about me, okay, I'm 100% love woman, okay? But when I came to America, I'm in Atlanta, and I saw the freedom that was here for the gay community. I'm like, damn, somebody needs to tell everybody this is where you come to if you want to be free. That thought was in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because you could be who you want to be. You don't have to hide it.
Nope.
And like I said earlier, I believe that's something from because I see a lot of kids, 3, 4 years. There's a couple of kids that we know the parents, and I know the kid. You know, and I could see it at 4 or 5 years old that kid definitely is gay. You know, my niece and my nephew.
You have to be careful with that, right? Because just because you see a child with feminine tendencies or again masculine tendencies that is not acting the way that society deems a man should act or a woman should act does not mean that they are gay. You don't know what they are just yet.
Well, the one that I've seen, I grew up to be that person.
Well, that's okay, so be it. But you do have some straight men that still have feminine qualities. That doesn't mean that they're gay.
What they call those guys, metrosexual?
But see, that's another label that somebody set and made up.
Yeah.
They just have.
And what that means, metrosexual?
Honey, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They just somebody that's.
I know a lot of bitch ass niggas.
Oh, wow.
Period.
Bitch ass.
Period. Hold on, bitch ass niggas that's hyper masculine.
Thank you.
Act like you know niggas, but you at your core you a bitch ass nigga.
Yes, I know a lot of bitch ass niggas.
Bro.
I thought you was a bitch ass nigga when you asked
You got me fucked up.
No, when you asked Maisha to have us to leave, I'm like, now look at this bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, it was your safety.
No,
I was concerned about your
I got you.
Okay, I didn't want, a friend of mine, and he passed. He passed. There's a story behind everybody that I know. But like he used to be the stylist for Hush Production back in the days. That has Melba Moore and Kashif and Lilo Thomas and all. And what's his name? The biggest one. I can't think of his name. But Hush Production. His name was Shannon Wadley. I remember his name. Okay. One of the gayest person I've ever met. He's probably around 6'2", 6'3", and he was a stylist. He was he's a seamstress, a tailor, all of that. And he was styling Kashif at the time. And Kashif had just bought Jackie Robinson Estate, and he took me up there because Kashif was coming out with his album. And in the studio, it was Whitney Houston. Doing You Give Me Good Love, that song. She was recording that song at that time.
Baby, you give good love.
But now you want to sing. Now you want to fucking sing. You know what I'm saying? And I used to hang out with this guy a lot because I like who he is as a person. You know, and all my friends in Flatbush used to like, yo, why you always with that dude? I said, because I like Homeboy. Homeboy is cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like I was on some demon time back then. but like nobody would even like say anything fucked up, because to me, I accept people for who they are. I don't try to change nobody.
As you should.
You know what I'm saying? So like I've been around like again all my life, and from what I saw at 7 years old in Jamaica, I thought that's probably the wickedest. That was a lynching, the wickedest shit I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think nobody deserved that. And I don't care what your choice is. You know, I'm glad that you celebrate who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? And I wish everywhere is like that, but unfortunately, majority of the world isn't.
No.
So let's switch it to you in this. I love your acting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shows that you have been on have been amazing. And
My movies, God is good.
Yes.
I've done it all without an agent.
oh, that's bomb.
Shit, when I saw you
bomb.
shaking your ass from Uptown to being on Stars, I'm like, that motherfucker could act.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And sing.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah. You know, it actually fell in my lap because
Star.
let me Star by
That was one of my favorite shows.
Thank you.
That was the bomb.
Just my acting career, period, because I've always, loved the arts. You know, I was a performing arts kid. I went to a performing arts high school and all that, but I abandoned it. I left it alone because, as an 80s baby, growing up in the 90s, flamboyant, gay as hell, I knew that society, or I had this idea, that society would not accept me as someone, in the limelight, if you will, or wouldn't accept somebody like me on stage, or whatever the case may be. So I left it alone, and I got into the beauty industry. That's how I got in the beauty industry, because I always had a knack for that. And everything just kind of came full circle, right? I got led back to that very thing that I ran away from because, of what I thought society's perception would be and whether or not they would embrace me.
But why would you care though? Why did you care?
Well, it wasn't just about caring. I knew that I had to have sustainability in life. I knew what I wanted. I knew how I wanted to live. And I knew that if I pursued, the arts, as I knew it would be a very, very, very tough road. But I also knew that I wanted to live, the way that I saw my straight counterparts living. I wanted to live in the nice home and drive the nice car and wear the nice designer clothes. And this Atlanta, this is ATL. The girls live here. Black people live here, and I wanted a piece of it.
This is Wakanda.
I wanted a piece of it. So I got in the beauty industry, and I became a 6-figure earner at 23 years old. Bought my condo in Buckhead at 24, and I later, was awarded the opportunity to be a part of film and television, and then back to the arts, because on the show Fashion Queens, Lee Daniels was a fan of that show. And he inquired about me, and he reached out to Bevy about me, and that's how those stars aligned.
That's dope. That's dope.
And that's how I got into it. And he learned that I could sing and that I could act, and he brought me on Empire first. He brought me on Empire, and because it was such a overwhelming response, good response, he created the role Miss Bruce on Star for me, and I stayed there for until the end of the show. We ran for 3 seasons, and after that, he was in the process of developing the United States versus Billie Holiday movie with Andrew Day.
Seen that.
Yeah, and there was a role in there for me for Miss Freddie, who was a real person. He was Billie Holiday's dresser and best friend. They did drugs together, they partied together, they did everything. What was sad was that they didn't have any point of reference of what Miss Freddie looked like.
Oh, wow.
Because Miss Freddie being of the 40s and 50s era, it was forbidden to walk around just freely gay. So Miss Freddie dealt with, abuse, obviously, police brutality, being arrested for just being who he was. but Billie Holiday was always there for him, and they only knew about him because she wrote about him. So in their discovery, when creating or doing the film, that's how they learned about Miss Freddie. And Lee, being who Lee is, he wanted to make sure Miss Freddie was heard. And so that was one of the hardest jobs for me because I had to dig deep because I wanted it to be as perfect as possible, as perfect as I could be. This being my first film, motion picture to do, I'm like, I want to do the absolute best I can, not for me, but for Miss Freddie.
Okay, that's what's up.
Where nobody even knew what he looked like because, again, of society back then. So anyway, that was, I got a great response from that. And after that, I was asked to do the movie Bros. I think it was Bros, which was the very first gay rom-com produced by a studio, which was Universal Pictures. And that was incredible. And then reached back out. I did The Deliverance with Glenn Close and Monique and Andre Day. And I am currently shooting, I feel like I'm leaving something out, but I'm currently shooting a new movie, Judgment Day, with Will Ferrell and Zac Efron. It's another comedy. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Dope.
You're big time.
Dope.
Listen, God
You're big time.
God is good. And
time.
You're killing all the housewives. And none of them got that resume.
They don't.
None of them.
They don't. But listen, that's not a read. That's not a read. But I will tell you this.
Reality.
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
We are in a season, and it is written, well, the last shall be first and the first shall be last.
That's what's up.
And that doesn't mean those that have always been first will always be last. I believe those that were first that weren't responsible with their position
They're gonna fade.
and with their gifts, you will ultimately be last.
Yeah, wow.
Because who we are and everything we get to do and everything we get to be is not for us. It is not for us to be self-serving. It is to pay it forward.
That part.
And the minute you understand that and you get it, see, I was able to get to where I was because once I became who I was in the beauty industry, I paid it forward to 7 incredibly talented and successful hairstylists. I taught them everything that I knew, and they were able to develop and have the same lifestyle that I was able to have. And it was that gift that made room for me to come back to what I originally longed for, and that was the arts. And so now it starts over.
That's good.
Don't be selfish with your gift.
Right.
And watch what the world do.
So,
if you're not selfish with your gift and you share it and you make sure you plant seeds and give room for them to be watered and sit back humbly and allow them to harvest, you will never become last.
Well, I know that to be a fact because that's who I am. You can talk shit all day long about me, people. Okay, but I put a lot of people on. There's a lot of cats that own restaurants.
For 5 years at a time.
Yeah, just to teach. Just to teach. And a lot of people
you do.
A lot of people that used to be promoters are now restaurant owners. Okay?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Prior to me coming here today, I was having a conversation about you earlier.
Yeah.
I was sitting at a restaurant, and they said, that doggone Peter, I'm about to go do Peter's podcast. They was like, ain't he supposed to be da-da-da? I was like, baby, I don't. I said, honey, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, he reached out. I'm going to go do it. And they said, one thing about him, something happened, then he come back with another restaurant. I said, and it popped. And they're like, damn, didn't he do another restaurant? I said, then that one popped. See, that's it. When you, again, pay it forward, and you're not selfish with your gift,
Never
and you acknowledge where it comes from, baby, you listen, the fruit and the reward is multiplied over and over and over again.
I put people on all the time. I don't ask for nothing. I just want to teach my community. One of the reasons why I did Miami Beach is for the fact that black people couldn't cross the bridge until after 1973. Okay, they couldn't. Okay, back in the day before, Jewish people up until 1949 couldn't live north of 5th
Wow.
Street. You know the bridge, MacArthur run into 5th Street? Up until 1949, Jewish people couldn't live north of that. Okay? I've seen sign, and I have 7 venues on Miami Beach with the same family, the Robbins family. All right? And the reason why they fuck with me as hard as they do is for the fact that we are like-minded. You know, the Jews, you put them into a corner, they get together, they pool their money, and then they buy the corner. You understand what I'm saying? And now Miami Beach is owned by Jews. But up until 1949, they couldn't live north of 5th. They couldn't live on Sunset Island, Star Island, Hibiscus Island, Palm Island. They couldn't live nowhere like that. Okay, another thing is, they didn't allow us to go over Miami Beach until after 1973 without a pass to see what family you was living for.
Wow.
Okay? So when I heard about that and I moved down there, to me, I wanted to be the first upscale black-owned nightclub. I wanted to be the first upscale. I was so proud in '96 when I opened Savannah, and it came second place for the James Spirit Award, Best Design Restaurant in Interior Design Magazine. Oprah, Stedman, and Gail spent New Year's Eve with me. That was everything. That's when the corner turned, and when they started looking at us like, maybe we should shut them down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they don't want, you know, and I do How Can I Be Down music convention, where the average cat in Philly, Brooklyn, Ohio, everywhere from the neighborhood barbershop, I brought them all to Miami. I did the Source Awards in Miami.
I remember the Source Awards.
Yeah, all right. And I executive produced the first Source Awards on UPN in 1999. A lot of people don't know that. Way before BT did the BT Awards or the BT Hip Hop Awards. But to me, everything that I did is always for blackness. Everything I've ever done. So when they talk shit about me, they can't do what I do. They could never do what I do. All right?
I'm gonna say this. So the next time, when it comes back around, and obviously you're not who you were back then when I first met you, just food for thought. The next time, because if you go be for blackness, be for everybody that's black.
Of course.
Gay, straight, trans,
Absolutely.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Absolutely.
So the next time, you don't ask the gays to leave.
No, ask 1.
No.
Versus 50.
Listen,
Yeah.
you don't ask.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I
you
know.
don't ask
I understand what you're
no
saying.
motherfucking body to
Yeah.
leave.
It's
The
a free world.
motherfucker that got a problem with it, you ask them to leave.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
You ask them to leave.
I was thinking about safety, though. Because I know some of them cats are not educated. They're just completely, excuse my French, I can't say the word because politically correct. You can't say retarded, but a lot of them.
You were scared of them?
A lot of them. I'm not scared of nobody.
So then you should
They came up under
time,
me.
You ask them to leave.
Yeah.
If you're uncomfortable,
You're right.
I welcome you to leave.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah?
Okay. Absolutely
That's how that
right.
go.
Okay, so we got to get together and do a gay club.
When we doing it?
Okay.
I don't want a gay club. I want a club for everybody.
For everybody.
Everybody.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I want a gay club for everybody.
That's what I'm talking
I have a
about.
question.
Yeah.
Would you ever play a role of a straight man if they asked you to?
I would, but I don't think it's necessary. I think there's enough of that. I don't think there's enough gay roles. And that's the problem why we can't all get on one accord, because there's not been enough visible images in film and television that represents people like me, that represents the trans woman or the trans man, that represents the gender nonconforming person. There's not enough of that, you know, because the minute that we see, you know, said images in film or television, everybody co-signs, oh, that's just too much, we don't need that. Well, that's why we can't grow past that. That's why we can't grow past our differences. You know what I mean? Because, see, back in the day, it was fine when it was just on In Living Color, and it was straight men playing gay. Hated it. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was fine if it was a straight man playing Shanae. It was fine if it was a straight man playing Big Mama. It was fine if it was straight men playing in the movie Tu Wong Fu. But the minute it became a reality, now it's too much for TV. That's wrong. Because you sat there in your black home and household and you laughed. And what you didn't know is that your child, young man or young woman, was sitting there and was absorbing it and said, oh, that reminds me of what I feel on the inside. So since my family is laughing at it, it'll be okay. But the minute they chose to honor what they felt inside and to be obedient to who they were authentically, now it's get your shit and get out my house. Well, you just y'all was laughing at it.
Before.
Y'all was laughing at it. And then here we are years later, and now that person is now an older teenager or young adult, and they found a family, what we call chosen family, that accepts them and embraces them and understand what their journey has been. And now there's no need for the people that birthed them. And now the people that birthed them now see people like myself, people like a T.S. Madison, people like a Saucy Santana, people like Big Frida, people like Billy Porter, people like Laverne Cox, on television. And now you're like, oh, my child could have done that, but they don't talk to me anymore because of what you did to them when they were younger. They don't need your presence.
Right.
So the work now.
It's best if you choose your family at some point.
Yeah. But the work now is to let's not even have to get there. Let's fix what we have at home first. And that starts with conversations like this. That starts with us saying, oh, let's open a club where everybody can come and everybody can dance. Because remember, music and dance was the way that our ancestors and our slaves communicated with each other first.
Studio 54.
Well, of course, Studio 54. But, beyond that, it starts with these types of conversations. It's not just hearing about it, it's being able to see it. Because unfortunately, people need to see stuff for them to be able to relate. And then what happens is it becomes normalized. And once it becomes normalized, it becomes a thing. What
you know why this is why we call this new brand One Society.
One Society. I love the name.
One Society.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, because it's one society.
It's one society.
Everybody's invited. Everyone is invited.
Everybody invited. I need a little more room than this, though, honey.
Yo, we gotta start out small, okay?
No, it's great.
Remember, I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
But you're gonna go on for a little minute. You ain't gonna be that long.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be that long.
But One Society is gonna be everywhere.
Who you got putting money on your books?
Okay.
Somebody gonna put some money on your books?
I'm good.
No, okay, good.
I'm good. I don't need nobody to put money on my books.
Well, you never know. I don't know.
I'm good.
Might need some, good. I don't know, some, would they give out honey buns and stuff in there?
No, honey, yo.
You ain't gonna be in there eating no goddamn red snapper.
No, I'm gonna say, no. I'm gonna be yearning that red snapper until I come home. I'm good. And I'm gonna be in Florida.
Oh, you gonna be down there? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I want to go out. I want to look outside and I want to see green grass. And from what I was told, I'm going to a really low.
Low security.
Yeah, no criminal background, no violent, nothing. So, and it's a white collar crime.
Yeah.
They said, Peter, you made $30-some million. You owed us.
You got something?
You owed us $2.5 million in restitution. You know what I'm saying?
How much you owe in restitution?
$2.5 million.
$2.5 million.
Yeah, for withholding taxes. Okay. They said, so where's the money? I'm like, just lock me up. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then 5 years from now, this motherfucker will be living on the water, bitch, down at her time when it near my time.
Hey, I love the water.
Yeah, I know.
I love the water. You gotta be on the yacht.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't wait to come home.
There you go.
Here we go. Yeah, yo, listen, I'm so glad that, and I know you said you don't do these podcasting.
No, I do them, but I'm very selective.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you took our invitation. I'm so happy for that.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
No.
Oh, shit, you told us everything?
Yeah, what I'm supposed to tell you?
Yo, listen, I'm so proud of you, though.
Thank you, Peter.
With everything that you have done from the first day I met you until now.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that 6 months ago when we saw each other, you're like, yo, man, we gotta have this conversation. I don't know why you thought of that me. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love. You know, one of the reasons why I like it here in Atlanta, because I think people could celebrate themselves. You know what I'm saying?
It's spiritual.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm telling you, it's spiritual. People don't know that until I break it down to them and tell them why. It's spiritual.
The yellow-haired guy don't like Atlanta at all.
That's okay.
He hates it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hates it.
Ain't nothing, you can't do nothing to it.
Because we're not afraid.
Can't do nothing to Atlanta.
We're not afraid.
Did you see Atlanta during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a ball.
Do you?
I called COVID
I made the
in
most
Atlanta.
money I ever made in my life during COVID.
I met you during COVID.
Yeah.
And I called it
Let
the
me
day
tell you
after.
something.
Yeah.
Let me tell
You
you
didn't catch
something.
it from me.
That man got in office this last time. Atlanta ain't skipped a beat.
Nothing.
Niggas is still going out buying G-Wagons and Rolls Royces and we're untouchable.
It's beautiful. ain't it?
Untouchable.
It's beautiful.
What?
Well, here we go. Celebration to Wakanda, Atlanta. New name. All right, thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Love
This
you
is
to
amazing.
death. Okay, love you to death.
This is our first time having a moment like this, Najah.
I know.
And I've been knowing Najah for years.